Before we get into any of the video, guys, before you mess with any of this stuff, make sure you have both sets of keys for your car. Hey guys, welcome back to another video. Today we're going to go over quickly, I know in the Mustang, some other Ford vehicles, they have a thing called MyKEY. It's kind of like their version of the red key, I guess. Like for your Hellcats and stuff, you can kind of tone down the car. It's a little bit different. I'll show you what I mean. But you can tone down the radio volume, your speed limit. It deletes out the track apps and everything in the car. So we'll go over that quickly just to show you what it is, because I've seen online and I know on Facebook a few people have been asking. They've actually purchased the Mustang, and I don't know if they've been messing with it or if it was already like that, but they only have the one key. And if you get locked in my mode, personally, I don't know if you can actually reset it without like a hard reset from Ford. That's why I say if you don't have both keys, don't try to mess with this, because you'll be stuck in whatever settings you put it at. So we'll jump in the car and I'll show you how it all works. Alright, so we're in the car. You can see everything's on. We got the two keys. I just put them in the little holder there. So basically, hit your settings button here. It'll come up on your screen. Go to advanced settings. Then you can see there's a MyKEY space. So MyKEY status and create MyKEY is what pops up. If you hit the status right now, you can see 0 MyKeys, 2 admin keys, which means right now both of those are set just from factory. Everything's unlocked, all that. So go back to create MyKEY. You can see hold OK to create. So if you hold it, it'll pop up. Then it says place the key in the backup slot, which took me a while to figure this out actually when I first got the car. But basically, take your key and the backup slot, something reads it in the cup holder. So you can see when I put it in the cup holder, it pops up. This key restricted at next key cycle. So basically, if you go to MyKEY status now, you can see we have one MyKEY, one admin key, which your admin key is your other one. And it tells you how many kilometers you've driven. If, say you give whatever, your kid or somebody's driving the car, you give them the key, you can tell how far they've gone. You don't have to track the kilometers. So this is why I say don't mess with this if you only have the one key, because now we have one set for MyKEY, one set for admin. If you don't have that extra admin key and you set this one, I'll show you in a minute how you can set the speeds and stuff, but if you do that, then you're hooped because you have no key to reset it, which I'll show you how you reset it as well. Okay, so we got our one key still in the cup holder there. So you can see 911 assist. You can keep it, we'll say always on. We'll just set this as if somebody's going to be using our car. Advanced track, for those of you that don't know if you're racing or something, you have your traction control here. If you flip it up once, traction control's off. If you push it up and hold it, like I think it's like 5-10 seconds, it'll pop up advanced track off. So if you don't want someone racing your car, whoever happens to be in here, you can hit that always on. You can see user selectable as well. If you leave it like that, then they can actually go in and they can basically set the key back to how your stock key would be, which you don't want them to do, obviously, if you're going through the hassle of setting this all up. Then your do not disturb, that's if you don't want them blabbing on their phone or texting. You can see that as well, always on. Go down, your max speed. You click in here, you can see you can set them to 100 kilometers an hour, 110, 120, 130, or off. So if you want them to be able to, goes up to 260 on the dash, you can set it to off. And 100, I would think most people that set this would put it to 100 because, if you're on the highway or something, you need to do at least the speed limit. You don't want to be one of those a-holes in the fast lane, especially in a fancy sports car doing 50 down the highway. So then speed minder, you can see if you put it to 75, which I'm not going to take the car out and drive it right now, but if you put it to 75 and you're cruising, when you hit 75, it just gives you like a little ding, like, hey, you're cruising at a decent speed. Obviously, if you're on the highway, you're going to be going faster than 75, but it'll still give you the ding just to remind them, like, hey, calm down. Your volume limiter, you can see on or off. That's for your speakers. You don't want them driving through here blasting the tunes like a madman. You can set that as well. I think it only lets you go like a third of the way or a quarter of the way up, which I have the upgraded B&O in my car, the sound system, which even a quarter of the volume is plenty. So I would recommend that as well. Then you can clear, but before we do that, I'll go back here now. Okay, so one other thing it does, you still got your keys in there where you're one set. If you hit the pony here, you can see the car's got track apps. You got all this in here, right? Basically, if you have your MyKEY set up, it won't show up in there at all. Like when you hit your little pony, you'll have My Mode and gauges. There'll be no track apps. And the reason I know this is because I was at work one day before work. The reason it's still in there is because I haven't actually started the car and driven it. So what I did is I got to work early and I was messing around with the MyKEY and I set it all up, hit it, not knowing really what it did, went into work. Then when I came back out, I was waiting for the car to warm up a little bit, and new car, I was scrolling through all this stuff and I was thinking, where the heck is my track apps? Because it was a nice sunny day and I thought, oh, maybe I'll test the 0 to 60 or whatever on my way home. And it wasn't in there. So then, like a lot of people that are probably watching this video, hopefully with 2 keys, I was in a little bit of a panic mode thinking like, well, how the heck do I reset this thing, right? But basically, if that's your admin key, that's your other MyKEY with all your limits, you got to take that out. You take your other key, you put it in the cup holder because that's your administration key. You'll go back and you hit your settings again, advanced settings. You can see MyKEY. Status, we got the 1 and 1 still. You go back, you can see clear my keys. Click that. You hold OK to clear. All my keys cleared. And you go MyKEY status. You can see you're back to 2 admin keys and 0 MyKEYs. So that's why I say don't mess around with this if you got only 1 key. And if anybody knows how to reset it, maybe if you have only the 1 key, let me know, because I personally don't know how it works. I'm sure if you go into Ford, they can probably do it through the computer maybe, but like everything, nothing's really free in the world, so that would be a huge pain in the you-know-what to get it all set up. So hopefully this helped anybody out with the whole MyKEY situation. Like I said, I've been seeing lots of comments lately of people who have bought a Mustang used, and I guess they only have the 1 key, and if they have it set up as limited to 100 or whatever, then you're kind of screwed, right? Same with your music. If you're trying to listen to music or anything, if it's all limited, you can't use the full potential of your car, then what's the point of even having it, right? Well, there you have it, guys. Hopefully this helped somebody out. If you know a way to unlock the MyKey with just one key, or you've had to have it reset or whatever, let me know in the comments, because I'd like to figure that out myself. And as always, if this video helped you out, thumbs up, subscribe, stay tuned, and we will catch you guys in the next video.